All right, I'm gonna make this go live and we can get started. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance hearing for the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. My name is Brad Gardner, and I'm a judge in this court. I'm here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you. So please don't discuss the facts of your case. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: to the presumption of innocence, to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors, to a speedy and public trial by jury, to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf, to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, and to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail. These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail. If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you can remain in jail until your trial. You could also receive additional felony charges. It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Whether bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you. The standard at this stage is very low. A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible the crime occurred. Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived. You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date. Lastly, I need everyone to raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm any statements you make during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, let's start on the ladies' side with Miss Glenn. Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of battery and one count of criminal damage to property in the first degree. The charge of criminal damage to property in the first degree is a felony offense. You're going to have a bond set at $5,000 for the battery charge and at $5,000 for the criminal damage to property in the first degree. So that's going to be a total bond of $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, ma'am?
Yes.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Marvin Lamont. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th. I'm sorry, I made an error on your paperwork. It's going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any questions of me?
So you said that I will get a bond of $1,000?
Roughly, the bonding companies charge roughly between 10 and 12%. I don't work for them, so I can't like quote you what they would charge, but I would suggest that you contact each one of them and see the best deal that you can get. Okay. Anything else, ma'am?
No,
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
thank you.
Okay.
That's rough, Your Honor.
Thank you. That was a quick and easy day for the lady side.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's switch over to the male side. Thank you for your assistance.
Yes, sir. Adam.
Mr. Adams, sir, you're charged with one count of theft by taking of a motor vehicle. I've set a bond at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
That's going to be a felony offense. So you're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. There was also in your paperwork, it seems as though there was a bench warrant for your arrest out of Forest Park.
It's already paid for.
Okay, I was just gonna make sure that you were aware of that and that you had taken.
375.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's
Okay. All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Adams? Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Thank you. Mr. Baker. Baker.
Mr. Baker, sir, you're charged with one count of simple battery. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Brianna Stewart. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Baker?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Brown. Kobe. Yes, Kobe Brown.
Mr. Brown, looks like, sir, you've been arrested on a number of traffic-related offenses. That looked like it grew out of December 29th of 2020. So you're going to have bond set on all of these offenses, sir. Your failure to yield the right-of-way bond is going to be set at $500. Fleeing from a police officer bond is going to be set at $2,000. Driving a vehicle without a valid license bond is going to be set at $1,000. Reckless driving bond is going to be set at $2,000. Driving on the wrong side of the road bond is going to be set at $500. It looks like a red light violation, which is basically allegation of running a red light, bond's going to be set at $500. And failing to yield the right of way while turning left, bond is going to also be set at $500. So it looks like you're going to have a total bond set at $7,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? It looks like it says you refuse to fill out the form.
I have a lawyer.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Free to go back.
Thank you. Daniel. Daniel. Gerard Daniel.
Mr. Daniel, good morning, sir. It looks like you've been charged with 3 offenses. One is possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Bond is going to be set at $10,000 for that offense. 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. And looks like simple possession of a controlled substance. Bond is also going to be set at $5,000. So that's going to be a total bond set of $20,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Thanks, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
That's right.
You do qualify, Mr. Daniel. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
DeVoe, DeVoe.
Mr. Debo, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of interference with custody, and the basic allegation is that you're alleged to have kept the child beyond the period of time as it relates to a custody exchange. I'm going to set a bond at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. You're free to go back.
Donahue.
Mr. Donahue, sir, you've been charged with 3 offenses. One looks like simple possession of a controlled substance. I'm going to set the bond at $3,000. There's possession of firearm by a convicted felon. In your case, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000. And then there's given a false name, address, date of birth. I'm setting the bond at $2,000. So that's going to be a total bond of $10,000. Do you believe you can post a bond, sir?
No. No.
Okay. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to post a bond. And you'll receive a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of battery and 1 count of kidnapping. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 on the battery offense. For the allegation of kidnapping, I'm going to set a bond at $10,000. So that's going to be a total bond of $15,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? Okay, I'm going to find that you do qualify, sir. Also, there's going to be a stay away provision on your bond to stay away from a Jaquanda Houston. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Um, do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Mr. Howard. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Mr. Howard, sir, you've been charged with three driving related offenses. One is hit and run by accident, which is normally like basically leaving the scene of an accident. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. One count of driving a vehicle on a suspended license, bond is going to be set at $1,500 for that. And one count of following too close, bond is going to be set at $500. So that's going to be a total bond of $3,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Fine.
Mr. Khan?
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Khan. Sir, you've been charged with one count of battery. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 for that, and one count of cruelty to children in the third degree. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. So you're going to have a total bond of $8,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, there's going to be a stay away provision on the bond, stay away from a Julius Young. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Mr. Warren. Yeah.
Lawrence, sir, you've been charged with one count of aggravated assault. This is a felony offense. I've set a bond at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Jonathan Fletcher. Do you understand that?
Oh, okay. You mean the person I have problem with?
I'm sorry, sir.
The person I have problem with?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I don't know their name.
Okay. This offense could have been charged in a number of different ways, but they've charged it as a felony aggravated assault. So you do need to take that charge seriously. And make sure that you deal with it. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
I'm going to find that you do qualify, Mr. Lauren. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Okay.
Mr. Boyd.
Mr. McCoy, sir, it looks like you've been charged with a number of driving related offenses and one simple possession. So the violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, bond's going to be set at $3,000 for that offense. The driving a vehicle without insurance, bond is going to be set at $1,000. Driving a vehicle with expired tag, bond's going to be set at $500. It looks like there's a charge of failing to change the address on your license, where a bond's going to be also set at $500. So you're going to have a total bond, sir, of $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to find that you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. McCoy?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Sawyer. Before, just, go chill by the mat outside.
You know what?
When you go outside, go to a mat.
Mr. Sawyer, sir, you've been charged with one count of criminal damage to property in the second degree, and this is a felony offense. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 for that offense. You've also been charged with one count of simple battery. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. That's a misdemeanor, so that's a total bond of $8,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Shannon Wright. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll receive a new court date in the mail. It looks like it says that you refuse to fill out the form. Are you going to hire your own lawyer?
I'll take a lawyer.
Okay. Are you currently working, Mr. Sawyer?
Yes, sir.
About how much do you make per hour?
I'm a tattoo artist, in the shop, so it's a commission.
So how much do you estimate that you make per month?
About $3,000 to $5,000.
Okay, I'm going to find you qualified, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, that's it.
Okay, Mr. Sawyer, you're free to go back, sir.
Mr. Sims.
Mr. Sims, good morning, sir. You've been charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Mohammed Tanvir. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out. Would you like for me, it says you refuse on the form, but would you like for me to see if you qualify? Okay. Are you currently working, Mr. Sims?
Self-employed.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Sims?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Mr. Southall.
Mr. Southall, sir, you've also been charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond is also going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond, on this bond to stay away from a Jerome Jackson. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Sure.
I'm going to find that you do qualify, Mr. Southall. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Oh, no, yeah, why was trespass when it was a damage to property, damage to.
So in Georgia, criminal trespass can be achieved in two separate ways. One is that you're at a place or a location that you were advised not to come onto that location, or you were told not to come back, or you should not have been there. But then there's another way that criminal trespass can be accomplished, and that's where you deprive a person of the use of their property.
Okay,
So that's basically, it appears, as how you've been charged in this particular case.
all right. All right.
Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
You understand? Mr. Tony. When we're done, I'll take it in there.
Mr. Tony, sir, you've been charged with one count of theft by deception. Bond has been set by schedule, which means it's been automatically set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
No, sir. Can I say the reason being is I was just released from prison yesterday. I wasn't notified of any of these warrants until Friday. I'm just getting back on my feet. I have a job lined up for me when I come home, but there is no way like I can do this right now. And I know it's impossible. Like I just got released from prison. I just did 2 years in prison. I just got released yesterday. So I don't know. I'm trying. I got a job lined up for me, everything. Like I really try my best to get everything back in order. Like this has been a very rough 2 years for me. A very rough 2 years, and it's nothing I can do right now. Like honestly, I'm just getting out. Like
So what is it that you're asking of me?
Like is there any way that I can get another court? These warrants, I guess, was scheduled while I was in prison. I've been incarcerated since November 28th of 2019. These warrants are supposedly been issued for me during the duration of my time. Yeah, if I had known about those, Your Honor, I would have filed for an appeal to come back to court and deal with those, because I'm not trying to get out of prison and have to deal with it. You know, I'm trying to just go home and then, you know what I'm saying, let all this over with. I was asking if there any way that I could get a signature bond or even get another court date for this. Like, I would show up for court. I've never been arrested in this county at all. You know, never been arrested in this county. And I promise you that I will show up to court. I'm just trying to get home and get my life back started on the right track. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay, so the request for a signature bond is going to be denied. Okay. I understand what you're saying as it relates to this offense, because it looks like this warrant was obtained in September of 2019 for an offense that allegedly occurred in July of 2019. You should have been made aware of that while you were in custody. And the fact that you were not made aware of that, I understand how that could impact you, but there was a process in place for this to be resolved. With the $2,000 bond, you essentially have about $200 that you have to pay for the bond. And I understand how that can be a hardship coming out of the fact of being in custody, but on the same vein, you
like right now, Your Honor, to be honest with you, like right now, like I have a job lined up for me. I was working while I was in prison, so they got us on the work ready program while I was in there. So janitorial custodial work is what I was shooting for when I got out. That's the only thing it's no way like right now, like it's no way like possible. Like I wouldn't even like I don't even know how to even just say it, but I just got released from prison yesterday. Like, I didn't even know this. I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't have this. So I wouldn't have to come here and deal with you.
so let me say two things. Okay, one is you're kind of dealing with just stuff that's catching up to you, right?
Yes, sir.
So to the extent that happens, you got to kind of bite the bullet on that. As it relates to if you want me to appoint a lawyer to you, I can do that right now. And because it's a felony offense, it could go to the district attorney's office, and they, the public defender, they, what I've observed in working that calendar, they work well together about moving stuff along. Your case can get placed on what they call a fast track calendar, and they can agree to a bond that's lower than what you have now. With your agreeing to the fast track, and they, between the public defender and district attorney's office, their goal, as I see it, is basically to move this stuff along and not have people just sitting in jail. So I can appoint you to the public defender's office. They'll get the paperwork today. I can write on the form that you're interested in fast track. And they'll come out and speak to you rather quickly and move this stuff along. But currently you have a bond.
Okay.
So you can, if you can't post a bond, you can contact with them or speak with them, and they'll try to get your case moving, or you post a bond and you're out. And then, you know, you'll get a date sometime in the mail of when your case is going to get arraigned. But that's what I'm going to do for you. Okay. Is there anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. You're free to go back.
Thank you.
Mr. Tucker,
Mr. Tucker, sir, you're charged with one count of possession of drug-related objects. Bond's going to be set at $1,500. One count of identity fraud. Bond's going to be set at $5,000. That's a felony offense. And one count of giving a false name, address, date of birth to an officer. Bond's going to be set at $2,000. So that's going to be a total bond of $8,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Probably not, because I have pulled in other counties, so
You said probably not because you have what?
holds in other counties.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 10th, 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? Okay, I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you, and you should speak to the lawyer about how best to deal with those holes so that you can get back out into free society. Do you have any questions for me, sir? Okay, you're free to go back.
Mr. Benny,
We just sit out here, but that's.
yep. Oh, good enough. He's coming up, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Vena, you also have been charged with one count of use of possession of drug-related objects. Bond's going to be set at $1,500. And one count of identity fraud. Bond's going to be set at $5,000. So you're going to have a total bond set at $6,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Oh, you said I had an identity fraud?
Yes, sir.
I don't understand that.
It says, based upon the warrant, that the allegation is that you were in possession of a vehicle, and there is an identification card and two debit cards located between the seats in the vehicle, and it says between you and Mr. Vinny. So it looks like they're charging both you and Mr. Vinny with the
I'm
same.
Mr. Bennett.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm Mr. Vinny.
I'm sorry. You and Mr. Tucker, sorry, with the same offense. And the state bears the burden of proving this beyond the benefit, beyond a reasonable doubt. So they have to be able to prove the allegations that they've now levied against you. At this stage, my job is to make sure that you can bond out and you can get a lawyer and you can start on the path of defending yourself.
No, I'm not gonna be able to afford a lawyer.
Okay. Well, I can appoint a lawyer to represent you. Okay. I'll find that you do qualify, sir, and I'll appoint a lawyer to represent you. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for January 10th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201, because the identity fraud is a felony offense. So speak to your lawyer about the facts of your case. The way that this has been charged is something that your lawyers may be able to stand a good chance of having one or more of these charges dismissed.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Is there anything else, Mr. Vinny?
No.
Okay, sir. You're free to go back.
Mr. Wiley,
Am I supposed to go? Stay here?
on the bring back to our,
Mr. Watley, sir, you're charged with one count of driving under the influence of alcohol to the extent that you are a less safe driver. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 for that. One count of improper lane change. Bond's going to be set at $500, and one count of driving a vehicle without having your license on purpose, on person. Bond's going to also be set at $500. So that's going to be a total bond of $6,000. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? Okay, I'm going to find that you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Watley? I'm sorry, sir.
My license currently suspended.
Okay, so that's one of those issues that you're going to need to speak to your lawyer about and take the advice of the lawyer as to how to best deal with that charge. I can't give you advice about how to defend your case.
I'm just thinking along the lines of, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, go ahead.
I was just thinking along the lines of, like when me getting to work before my preliminary and things like that. So, I didn't want to, if I'm not supposed to be driving, I don't want to be driving. That's all, I just want to.
No, but that's one of, and that's a fair question. That's one of those things that in consultation with your lawyer, you may be able to figure out a way to get a temporary driving permit or be able to have a limited use of the driving privilege, but it's something that you got to bring to the attention of your lawyer so your lawyer can help you navigate those waters. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're free to go back. Miss Wesley, well, Deputy Requena, thank you for your assistance as always. And I'll see you on Wednesday.
have a good day.
You too. Miss Wesley, could you give me a call, please, at your earliest convenience?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right.
All right, that's going to end today's hearing.